Hey, welcome back to the channel. So I want to just talk about something really quick. And first I want to say, I don't know how you people do it with one take on things. I am terrible at this. So anyways, I want to just say, welcome back to the channel. I'm Brock. I was thinking about something the last few weeks. I was watching a YouTuber and he was having a discussion with someone, and he was saying how when somebody comes up to him and says, I don't care about the color of your skin. And to him, he said that's offensive to him, and that makes him feel like you don't care about all of his experiences of who he is because he's black and all this, you know. And I just want to say to that I think you're being disingenuous to the process of communication. So when I say that, and I have actually said that before, when I say that, it's not that I don't care about this and that. I'm just saying that there's the color of your skin, the height, your weight, your hair color, your eye color, a disability, all these things that you can't change or I can't change. That just means that when we interact or when I see you, all these things, all these metrics that I can't change, I'm giving you a clean slate. Meaning I won't judge you based on those things that I can't, that are just simple physical attributes. And I think that's what I've been taught my whole life. And I thought that's what Martin Luther King was saying, is that we don't judge people based on those things, that we have the interactions, that we, you know, it's not that I'm not throwing away because you're black and you've experienced this because of this and this, you know, I've experienced this because I'm in a wheelchair, you know, all these things. That's what makes you you. But then we need to have the discussion of who you are. And I think I always thought that that's what we were trying to do. And I'm not throwing out your experience. I just don't know what those are. And let me know what they are. And let me create a social interaction through who you are. Because just because you're black or just because you're white doesn't mean you experience the same things as the other black man or the other white man, or, you know, or the brown man, or the disabled person, or this or that. It's disingenuous to the process to create this weird monolith that's who you are. Everyone has different experiences, and I think that's fair to say, I don't care. Now tell me who you are, and we can care. Now, that's kind of a weird way to say it, but so, and just case in point on this, I want to talk about, lately we've been hearing a lot about this idea of we need to have the hard discussions. We need to have the hard discussions about race, about this and that. I agree. I totally agree. We need to have those discussions, because if I was doing something that was deemed racist, I would want to know that. If someone was, or if there was a situation that was bad, you know, whatever that case may be, I think we need to have those hard discussions. But we also, on top of that, I also feel that if we have the hard discussions, we need to also be able to accept hard questions, and we also need to accept hard solutions, and that goes on every direction. The hard conversation is hard because it's usually difficult, and it can be offensive, and it can make people squirm. The hard questions are the same thing. You're asking someone to either bring evidence, to you might be pushing on something personal. There's some difficult things there, but if you want to have the hard conversation, you've got to take the hard question. And then also the solutions can be hard. Sometimes they're simple, sometimes they're not, but you have to be willing to accept the outcomes of these discussions and not just say, we need to have it, we need to do it. So case in point, I was watching a story about a musician in England. He was talking about, he was doing a set at a bar. He got done with the set and got into an altercation with a guy at the bar who was drunk, and they got into this little tussle and whatnot, and then someone called the police. Police came and he got arrested. He was a black man. He got arrested, and they put him in jail overnight. And it was really scary to him. I could totally understand that. But when he finally got out, and he was talking about his experience with that, and I don't know everything that happened before that. He didn't explain that. But what he's saying is he felt that that they put him in jail because he was black. You know, he got arrested because he was black. You know, and and that was his perception. And the only problem I say to that, now he had the hard conversation. Okay, there's the hard conversation. Now here's the hard questions. Now you need to bring the evidence. Okay, and I'm not saying that that's not what happened. I'm just saying we need to have you need to have the hard questions. How do you know? What were the other situations there? What could have happened? What else could have happened? And then we can come to the hard conclusion. Because what if the police officer, that was his brother's bar, or the man you were arguing with was a friend of his, or maybe the cop was having a bad day and he was just being a jerk, and it's not to say that it wasn't race. I'm just saying you need to be able to accept that there are other possibilities too. And it's people's lives are ruined both ways, and we need to be able to take that, have those true discussions without becoming offended, and being able to come to a conclusion, because that's how we come together, is when we have either an agreement to disagree, or we have an agreement that that's it. Yeah, the sky is blue. Oh gosh, I thought it was green this whole time. So and it's totally fine, and we have to be willing to accept the conclusions thing. So so saying in conclusion, saying that I don't care doesn't mean that I don't care about you. It just means that I'm not using physical unchangeable attributes to make you. Those are things that don't factor into my equation of how I see you. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I like to just share my opinion every once in a while on how I see things. I'll see you around on the next go.